ended.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of BallTalk. You know, we're there game week 3 now, and we have a better idea of what to expect for the year 25-26 in the Premier League. When we realize we're not talking about the St. Germain Club in a fan, Barca and Real Madrid. So I guess for the next episode, we'll include them. I don't know. You know, like, so the thing is, like, and all of them things, yes. Now though, we look ahead to game week 4 based on what we know, and the thing is, how did the teams go for game week 3? Because, see, you know, all the teams have played, and only the champions of last season, which is Liverpool, all points at game week 3. Only one team at the top of the Prem at game week 3. Everything has already been distinguished at game week 3. So the game week started with Chelsea and Fulham, a game which I expected to be one team traffic, and Chelsea got the win 2-0. You know, it went you know, clear and plain, because Fulham this year is not a team that we're looking to see. For now, we think Fulham is a bottom 8 team. So now, game week 3 at the 25-26 Premier League, we already have a established top 8 on the table and a bottom 8. For now, the bottom 8 is mid-table Premier League. You know, it's mid-table right now. So from 1 to 8 are separated, the top 8 is separated from the bottom 12. So the Premier League at game week 3 is a top 8 and bottom 12. That's how we see it. Chelsea got a 2-0 lead. A 2-0 win over Fulham. Goals from Enzo Fernandez and Pedro. Not a bad sign so far, especially to see Enzo Fernandez scoring for Chelsea, a player who many fans didn't want him to get time to settle, you know? They wanted to cast him as a failure, and you know how they do this. The haters do their thing. So Chelsea won, Enzo Fernandez and Pedro, the South Americans, dominated Fulham. So the second game of the match week, Everton went to Wolves, and Jack Grealish showing his quality again. 4 assists in 4. You can even say 4 assists for Everton so far. They got a 3-2 victory over Wolves, another team that will be looking to be in the top 8, and Wolves, you know, finding themselves in the bottom 12. Up next, before we move on though, let's talk about James Garner. What a player, and not just what a player, the holding midfielder that he is, you know, so defensive minded, allowing his team to move the ball around, and Everton having a stronger start to this year than last year, which is really good. Still no Gerrard Bantwit, so when he reestablishes himself back in the squad, just think of how strong and stable, yes, you know, the defensive stability that Everton will have. Everton Football Club. Next, you know, so Tottenham hosted Bournemouth, and Dominic Solanke, to be honest, did he make an appearance? Did Dominic Solanke make an appearance? No, he didn't make an appearance, so Bournemouth won. Yeah. Up next is Sunderland versus Brentford, a team that Sunderland continues. Granit Xhaka, the player who left Arsenal, went to Germany, won Germany with an invincible title. You know, like they only won and drew. You know, when he debuted, only winning and drawing, and he got a title for that. So he's now back in the Premier League with Sunderland, and the team that got promoted continue shining. You know, so they haven't really been able to re-establish themselves. That's Brentford, because the new manager, you know, is still looking to establish Brentford and what it is now. So Sunderland got the points with Granit Xhaka playing a crucial role, and the next game was Manchester United and Burnley. Burnley did so well to have the game at 2-2. You know, did so well to have the game at 2-2. They were playing very nicely, and Bruno Fernandes with the extra time winner. So Burnley will have to, with Scott Parker will have to go back and, you know, try to. So what? Manchester United is a good club, you know. Manchester United knows football. Manchester United. So 3 points. Not getting anything from Manchester United. Scott Parker should be motivation for him to rediscover and find that form. And, you know, we'll look for a better performance from Burnley next game. The match of the day was Newcastle versus Leeds United, which I knew would be a draw. You know, it would be a draw. It would be a draw for Newcastle United. Do they need Alexander Isak? Do they need Isak? You know, like Newcastle United has Sandro Tonali. They have Anthony Gordon. They bought Nick Woltemade and Bruno Guimaraes. So much players at Newcastle, so it's just for Eddie Howe to know what he's doing and how to strengthen his team as we look. So the international break is next, and let's see which teams strengthen their squad and the players that they add to the squad to get a better team, so that the teams can perform better. You know, we all want to see our squads win stuff and all. So the Sunday games started with West Ham traveling to Forest and Nottingham Forest, and West Ham got the win. Forest, you know, it was supposed to be a different summer for them. They had transfer plans and all. The president went in and did some stuff, so the club is not sure of the direction where they are headed at the moment. So West Ham was able to pounce off that, yeah, and 3-0 to Forest for West Ham. That was a game. You know, eyes for me would be on Man City versus Brighton. Early in with the early lead for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola though. So Brighton, Hove and Albion were able to 2 goals, you know, out of nothing. And Man City there will still be indecision inside of Man City. No one really knowing what to do, because all eyes on Phil Foden. When is the player of the year? Mr. 4 in the row. Mr. 4 straight, you know, when will Man City see Mr. 4 straight playing again? So that's the main eyes for Manchester City. They wouldn't understand though, because you know, most of people, you know which club they support. You know which club they support, and that's the team we'll talk about next. Liverpool with, you know, the basic victory. You know, like we all expect Liverpool to win games like those with Mo Salah. With Mo Salah and all of that stuff. You know, Liverpool got the 3 points, and that's the most important thing, because the champions show their strength. You know, they show their strength. And at game week 3, Liverpool is top of the league. At game week 3, Liverpool already with a gap on the rest of the league. game week 3. Liverpool is there already at game week 3. So just think about that, especially versus who they played. Come on, of course. And the game week ended with Crystal Palace 3-0. Come on, they went to Villa and said, please for the points. Thank you. Please for the points. Thank you. So for this week, my team of the week is after this video. And then I will go back and really look through to see everything that's happening. And then you can find my team of the week on my Instagram. And that's game week 3, you know, Liverpool leading the league. As expected, yeah? Liverpool leading the league as expected. So early though, what a year it will be. The unprecedented season. Will it be 7-9? Will Liverpool now go 2 straight? You know? What does the dark horse? Will Spurs make any more signings? You know? So let's see. Let's see what happens. Chelsea is a good team. Chelsea, you can never count out Chelsea. Yeah? So guys, next week, you know what? Review. We're not ready for the review yet because we still a miss on the previews. So let's get the previews right first and then we'll do some reviews. So game week 3.